I'm ready for this. I am ready for this. Let's watch.
For the past few years, our team has been chipping away at a seemingly impossible feat: to remake the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion in the latest Elder Scrolls engine. While we're
I shit you not, this guy could do voiceover for porn, and still make it sound good.
still a ways out, we hope that this series will show you how far one of the most ambitious modding projects of our generation has come, and where we are headed. Welcome to the making of Skyblivion.
Whoa, wait the fuck up.
Welcome to the making of Skyblivion.
It looked like the tower back then was breaking when they changed the frames. I was like, hold up, this is some advanced shit. Armor pretty sick. Elven armor. No horse armor, that's bullshit. Elven armor's dead.
Since creating our first dev diary, our landscaping team has been diligently recreating the various biomes and landmarks of Cyrodiil. While some areas still require a decent amount of elbow grease, the majority of our map is now in its final stages of development, and today we want to share a few highlights with you all. To start things off, we would like to turn your attention to one of the most colourful, beautiful, and perhaps lesser known areas in all of Cyrodiil: the Fall Forest. The Fall Forest is a small slab of land dotted around part of the aptly named Orange Road. While it was a relatively small area, it left a big impact on players journeying through, owing to its unique atmosphere. Consequently, we wanted to give special attention to the Fall Forest and the sort of TLC it deserves. This means entirely rebuilding the area and making it more lush and detailed than its original
Man, if I was tripping
counterpart.
from LSD, that would have
We
creeped me
also
out.
decided to enlarge the forest, as to play a more prominent role within the already diverse landscape of Cyrodiil, and cover a larger part of the Orange Road. While the area is not yet complete, we hope this footage shows we are on the right track with its redesign. The Gold Coast, on the other hand, is a region that is nearing completion. These sunny shores have been completely redesigned to better fit their lore and name, making them quite literally golden. The region offers a pleasant environment with its clear blue skies, coniferous trees, beautiful beaches, golden grasses, and gentle breeze. Though the region is attractive, we urge travelers to stay on the roads, as the local wildlife is not nearly as inviting. Goblins, mud crabs, and even the occasional bear have claimed territory.
Funny story about Oblivion. I remember hearing an Imperial soldier going, "You dare face the wrath of the Imperial Legion?" And I get down there to help Matt, and he's fighting a fucking mud crab. It's the funniest day of my life.
Territory in this land, and will fight to the death to defend it. While you may have also heard reports of bandits and necromancers in the area, rest assured that this is nothing more than rumor. In the far distance, we can see the mountain peaks of the nearby Colovian Highlands, a region that shares not only a border with the Gold Coast, but also many similarities, like the dry and warm climate and presence of mostly coniferous trees. While this area and the region beyond is worthy of exploration, we will just appreciate her from a distance for the time being. Lastly, progress on the area around the city of Anvil has almost wrapped up as well. While we would love to give you a tour of the surrounding farms, Anvil docks, and other local points of interest, we think we'll keep these to ourselves for now, in favor of a proper spotlight in the near future. On the opposite side of the province, we have Blackwood, the great southern swamp of Cyrodiil. The area borders the homeland of the Khajiit, elsewhere, to the west, and Argonian Black Marsh to the east. These border areas have been improved compared to their Oblivion counterparts, mindful of the provinces that lay beyond in the not-so-far distance. As such, we have erected border gates and fortifications to add points of interest and diversity to these areas. In the case of the Elsewhere border, having the player want to...
There's nothing like a border that invites you to want to go through the motherfucker. I hate borders. It's like there's a gate. I want to go through it so I can go to Black Marsh.
jump the walls and explore the foreign province beyond, leaving Cyrodiil and its troubles behind. In the case of Black Marsh, well, maybe we should just steer clear of Black Marsh. The heart of Blackwood is a smothering damp marsh, engulfed in seemingly eternal fog, death and decay. This gloomy area, despite its grim reputation, may still be worth a visit, however. The marsh is surrounded by impressive cypress trees towering like ancient guardians, while the undergrowth struggles beneath them. Due to its harsh climate and little human interference, the area retains much of its history, such as its Ayleid ruins submerged in the bogs, or abandoned imperial fortresses long since forgotten. This intriguing part of Blackwood holds strange secrets and unnatural occurrences, but perhaps some things are best left undiscovered.
So there was walking there, so it could have been a tree walking. When you're in Vietnam and the trees start talking, Chang Wing Gang Ching.
The coast of Blackwood has also been completely redesigned. Where you once found
Thailand.
hills sloping into the ocean, one will now find a dense mangrove forest that houses a number of noteworthy locations and
those
many
lady
other
boys.
mysteries. A sight to behold, and a stark contrast to the Gold Coast on the western shore of Cyrodiil.
Oh, sign me up.
If we
get my
divert our
dirty thumb
attention
on.
back to Blackwood, however, you will also find that the area surrounding the city of Leowin has also been completely transformed. The city is...
I just realised before I should have done this video, I should have like reduced the volume, but oh fuck, there's still so much to go. I wasn't going to do it, but there we go.
now surrounded by small farmsteads and some much-needed infrastructure
massive.
upgrades
19
to help
minutes.
support the trading
It's like my sex
caravans
life
that
right
travel
there.
to
I'm lucky.
and from a city renowned for its lucrative trading business. The city of Leowin itself has been redesigned and rebuilt from the ground up, referencing concept art from Oblivion that was likely discarded owing to technical and time limitations. This new design of Leowin allows ships to actually pass through the city and sail further inland where they can moor at the capital of Cyrodiil,
Nice.
the imperial city in the heart of the
Fuck
province.
yeah.
Other notable changes are the redefined districts of Leowin, which are now separated into 3 distinct sections. The heart of Leowin houses the chapel of Xanathar, god of work and commerce, fitting for a city best known for trade. Across the chapel, one will regard the magnificent castle Leowin that houses the Count and Countess of Blackwood. From the city centre, you can walk to the beautiful and colourful upper class district, which among other things is home to the famous Fighters Guild, for those strong of heart to answer the call of adventure, and the Mages Guild for more intellectual individuals who prefer wits over bronze. Some of the finest traders in Cyrodiil have set up shop and always welcome visitors with peculiar tastes and deep pockets. And of course, for those more interested in good food and a decent night's sleep, there are a number of quality inns ready to tend to your every need. The lower class district of Leowin can be found on the opposite side of town. While it may be a stark and even depressing contrast for first-time visitors, it's nothing out of the ordinary for those who grew up in these parts. The lower class district houses a few shady characters and can provide a place to sleep or peddle your wares if you have no other options. It is a safe enough part of town as long as you keep your wits about you and travel lightly. While there is more to talk about and showcase in regard to our world map and cities, we also want to give our new fort designs a deserved spotlight.
Fucking throw it at me, bro.
Forts are an iconic part of Oblivion. The original game featured a total of 52 forts, 28 of which have been completed since we began rebuilding them 2 months ago. These old imperial ruins represent a time when the power of the Empire was undisputed. During the events of Oblivion, this power has been waning for decades, and as a result, many of these forts have fallen into decay, now home to new masters. Our landscaping department has focused on recreating these forts using our brand new fort kit. The kit allows us to create more unique locations, meaning more varied and interesting forts for players to explore. To give you an idea of how significant the reworks are, we would like to present some of our new designs and tell you a little more about their origin and lore. SANCRE, the ruins of which can be found in the Gerald Mountains, and is the only remnant of one of the ancient cities of Colovia. Through the decades, the city has warded off invaders, survived sieges, and offered shelter to those in need. SANCRE is best known as the final resting place of Tiber Septim. This man-turned-god fought his dying battle in this very place, before ascending to become the Ninth Divine. During the events of Oblivion, the hero of Kvatch will travel to SANCRE in order to retrieve the sacred blood of one of the Divines, which is manifested in the ancient armor of Tiber Septim himself.
There's no UA's armor. What a legend. That, you can get that armor right there from the mod called Authentic Legion Armor, or is it New Legion Armor? I think it's Authentic. You'll have that in, yeah.
While most forts in Cyrodiil are mere shadows of their former selves,
It's already out.
Fort Blueblood still stands proud. Blueblood was constructed in the mid-Second Era and stationed a large garrison of Imperial Legionnaires in its prime. Amidst the arduous marshes of Blackwood, this fortress became a beacon of Imperial power in a seemingly indomitable region of Cyrodiil, and could be viewed as a warning to any invading forces approaching from Argonia. This fortress, which was built to withstand any who dared to invade from the east, ironically succumbed to its only weakness: peace. During the relatively peaceful Third Era, Blueblood was abandoned and consequently eroded as time chipped away at its once impenetrable walls. Around the time the Oblivion Gates appear around Cyrodiil, Blueblood will play another part in a story. An apprentice of the Mages Guild will fight through dozens of marauders in order to retrieve a Seer's Stone for the leader of the local Mages Guild. But that is a story for another time. FATHIS AREN'S Tower. As the name implies, this location can barely be called a fort at all. The centerpiece of this location is the lofty tower, surrounded by magical pillars put in place by its wizard guardians. While this location does not offer as interesting a backstory as some of the others, we feel the tower emphasizes how our new designs will leave a lasting impression on the adventurers who dare to fight their way through them. Since creating our first dev diary, our level designers have been focused on redesigning the dungeons of Oblivion. But as of April, we started working on interior locations for the city of Bravil. Nearly all of these interior locations are finished, and we are preparing to move on to the cities of Bruma and Skingrad next. The city of Bravil is ridden by crime, corruption, and inequality. We have the opportunity to create a series of diverse and unique locations to suit the backgrounds and professions of its inhabitants. A good example of a location overrun by villainy and misery is the local Skooma Den. This wretched shack is where local junkies come to forget their troubles. Admittance comes at a steep price. While one may not pay much in terms of gold, those drawn to this hellhole often do not leave until their lives are in ruin, and death might be seen as a mercy. Bravil is not all doom and gloom, however. For those
not all doom and gloom, and then you show off an assassin who's literally the doom and gloom of the world.
After a hot meal and comfortable accommodation, there is always the local inn. If you can spare the extra coin, we recommend the relatively upstanding Silver Home on the Water, as opposed to the shabbier Lonely Suitor Lodge. Shops, guilds, your local castle, and regular houses with sinister secrets are all part of this intriguing city. So go out and explore, but heed our advice. Try to make it back to the inn of your choice before nightfall. Dungeons are another essential part of any Elder Scrolls game, and Oblivion boasted its fair share. The level design of Oblivion's dungeons, however, is often seen as the weakest of its features. To remedy that, we have put the best of the best to work. In our effort to make our cave systems and mines more unique, we have created biome-specific tile sets. This way we can make stronger visual differentiations between locations such as the cold Gerald Mountains and the warm Colovian Highlands. Depending on its inhabitants and location, a dungeon can take a myriad of shapes and sizes. In Skyblivion, you will find vampire clans, bandits, goblins, packs of wolves, bears, trolls.
I think the Lovers Lab community just got seriously turned on then. That was just all their furry creatures in one pack, minus the vampires.
Or anything in between, having made a cave home. Thus, we are able to create bespoke experiences that we hope the players can appreciate when exploring these new locations.
Maybe it's friendly.
Currently, work has commenced on over 40 of the total 115 cave systems and mines in Oblivion. If you have creation kit experience and like to build homes, caves or mines, and in the future forts and alien ruins, we would be thrilled to invite you to join our team and join the effort. Having all these amazing exterior and interior locations is fantastic, but our work doesn't end there. Without the help from our excellent navigational meshing team, these areas would never shine as Todd intended. Navigational meshing is required for artificial intelligence, such as bandits, deer, goblins and the like, to walk around, spot you when you're poking your nose where it doesn't belong, and maybe more importantly, attack you and other NPCs that do not belong to their faction. That is why our NavMesh team has been hard at work to NavMesh the forts, forests, caves, houses, shops, and many more locations, some of which we showcased during this developer diary. This job is easily underappreciated, but it is crucial to the project's success, and we still have a lot of ground to cover. If you have experience in this field, we encourage you to sign up on our website and join the team. We really need all the help we can get on this. We also recently opened up our coding department once more, as we have a sister project in the works that aims to create a tool that will automate the process. Do you have experience in C++? This might be a fine opportunity to contribute. Since our last dev diary...
Oh! Sign me up. That just made me colossally wet. If I go to my chair, I'm gonna fucking slip over. Holy shit. That is some Royal Guard armor for motherfucking sure. This is the sort of shit I'm like... Stuff in Oblivion. Now you can also find that on Authentic, no doubt they'll recreate their own. Authentic Legion armor. But holy shit, man. This is the sort of guys you'd want to see guarding the palace. I don't know if there needs to be something on their head though. Maybe like a Legion... I don't know.
We have worked on a number of 3D objects, but our focus has been architecture tile sets and clutter. These claims are being prioritized to allow our level designers to use the new and improved kits and assets in order to rebuild all the interior and exterior locations across Cyrodiil. When we use the term clutter, this includes assets such as barrels, crates, silverware, furniture, gems, books, and so on. These assets are used to literally clutter up interior locations, a library filled with books, or a kitchen stocked with pots, pans, food, and wine. Without clutter, these locations become like empty in characters. Architecture claims are by far the biggest remaining claims for the project. Some of these assets are seriously huge, but we are working through them inch by inch. For architecture claims, our artists work on sets, such as the mysterious alien ruins, left behind by a race of elves who have long since departed this world. City-specific architecture such as the buildings of Bravil, Bruma, or Skingrad are also important, not least the stately castles or the atrophied ruins of an empire whose domain covered almost all as the buildings of Bravil, Bruma, or Skingrad are also important, not least the stately...
This right here, man. Anvil has always given me a serious, like, Roman, like, big feel to it. Its tile set, its environment. It's just got that sort of, you know, like, you feel like you're in Rome, or like a manor of Rome, or, I don't know, something very, like, Roman Pacific. It's very beautiful. Like, the Empire is highly Roman, you know, inspired, and the main city is an ancient elven city, where the Gold Coast is probably the only thing that has that sort of Roman tile set, that Roman feel to it. Like, even look, they've even done it on purpose. Look at the pillars to the left, holding up the balconies. Like, even that, like, it's just got that core Roman essence about it. Like, you feel like you're about to see a bunch of slave girls, you know, come out with, like, fucking dishes of wine and stuff, and you got the nobles in the pool, you know, their owners and shit. It's like, holy fuck, bro, it looks beautiful.
Castles, or the atrophied ruins of an empire whose domain covered almost all of Tamriel. This is not to say work on weapons, armors, clothes, and creatures has been put on hold.
Oi, fucking hell, mate, you spend way too much time out in the sun. Like, you need to go and speak to your cousins in Skyrim. They stay in the freezing cold tombs, mate, and look a bit more well preserved. But no doubt, Lover's Lab will definitely give this guy a schlong and allow their oh no, I don't even want to think about it.
We are nearly finished remaking all of Oblivion's weapon and armor sets. The most
that actually looked like.
We are nearly finished remaking all.
That could very well be the arena gear. Could very well be the arena gear.
Of Oblivion's weapon and armor sets, the most recently completed of which is on screen. Unique weapons, while not a priority, still have our attention. You treasure hunters can thank us later.
I'm thanking you right now. Moist. Is that the Blade of Wu? No? Dagger of Discipline. Obviously looks like a Dark Brotherhood weapon.
With a total of 8,032 3D objects to be remade, our 3D team is never short on new assets to tackle. As such, we encourage experienced 3D artists to join our team if you think our project provides a challenge to further hone your skills, or you simply want to help make this project happen. What started out as a simple side project has evolved into one of the biggest modding projects to date. Despite the massive scope of this project, we are finally seeing the end of the road.
What city was that?
But there is still work to be done. We hope this video has given you
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You really should have shot that frame so much better and gotten rid of the 3D or the spinning around death animation, because no
despite
doubt
the massive scope
she was
of this
in
project,
animation when you
we
did
are
it.
finally seeing the end of the road.
Is she's obviously in combat with her arms up, which is obviously a scripted event. But I don't know, man. Having the actual animation play out properly, where she's actually getting stabbed in the back, would have looked a lot better for this shot. But I'm not going to be a prancy fucking Karen right here. I'm just saying it would look better.
Road, but there is still work to be
Good old
done.
spinning death animation.
We hope this video has given you a better insight into the project, and perhaps has shown how some of you might be
And you
able
could
to
add some magic
contribute
to that guy. A
yourselves.
little bit better.
Only with the Elder Scrolls modding community's talents and the support of this fantastic community could we have ever gotten as far as we have. For our next Dev Diary, we are preparing a deep dive into some much requested subjects, such as quests, mechanics, and much more. So stay tuned. We hope you continue to support us as you have for years, and we are excited to share much more. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next development diary. Take care.
We'll leave that right on the screen right there. Now, of course, if I remember, I put down the links to their Discord, and if you're a modder that wants to have a tackle of this, man, fucking send them a slip. You know, they got recruiting forums, no doubt. I think I've tried, but I don't know, I'm still working with the Black Marsh team, but I haven't got any jobs yet, so I might even just, you know, see what I can do there. But man, that's fucking sick. Like, I swear to God, like I play Skyrim with multiple characters and playing different branches and stories and shit. But if Skyblivion comes out, my Skyrim is getting fucking yeeted in the bin. Like, it's gone, poof, it's fucking gone. I don't care. And I don't know why, like, people really want to be focusing on quests and mechanics. Mechanics, I guess, are definitely a thing people really want to see, because the mechanics of Skyrim, Oblivion, fucking hell, sorry, are very different. But and we'd all like to see the improvements done upon Oblivion's like mechanics, like the spell building and all that sort of shit. And yeah, the Skyrim thing, like crafting, those are good. But I don't know why people want to see quest for. What do you want to see quest? They're literally redoing the quest from Oblivion. We've been there, we've done that. Maybe I search it on Google. Also, they're using the vanilla lines of Oblivion, which is going to be kind of crap, because you're going to get into this game, right, and it's going to look absolutely beautiful, and then you're going to hear someone go, "Hey there, heard about this war in Cyrodiil? Okay, bye-bye." Yeah, it's going to be like, oh, dude, like, it'd take him an extra 2 years to probably do all the voice lines, to get voice actors and pump out all the lines. But that'd be something I'd wait for, you know, because honestly, the voice acting in in Oblivion was not top tier quality. You know, it was very melodramatic. But again, whatever. This is going to be an amazing project. It still looks like it's a good 2 to 3 years off. Like they're rebuilding Cyrodiil. And I wonder how they're going to, you know, like work with Beyond Skyrim, Heartlands, which is pretty much Cyrodiil. It's going to be interesting seeing Cyrodiil in the third era, and then seeing Cyrodiil after that. You know, it'd make for a very good sort of cinema, like a machinima, or whatever the fuck they call it, to where, you know, someone plays the role of Oblivion through their movie, and then they go straight to Cyrodiil in the fourth era. That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, this project, solid 10 out of 10. Like, I mean, I've got my 3 thumbs up, just the one down below. That's also pointing up. And keep doing some good shit, guys. It's amazing work. Peace out.